Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me on our next session. My name is Gretchen Hansen. I'm the Director of Product Marketing, and I'll be walking us through Turnitin's product roadmap, an assessment and integrity ecosystem. At Turnitin, our mission is to ensure the integrity of global education and meaningfully improve learning outcomes. This mission informs every part of our organization and is really the guiding force behind our products and the services that we offer our customers. Over time, we've developed product offerings to best suit customer needs and their access methods. As some of you may not be familiar with all of Turnitin's products, let me briefly introduce our Integrity Suite. Later in the presentation, we'll look at GradeScope, one of our assessment solutions, in a little more detail. Every institution is unique in where they are in addressing academic integrity. Some of you are just fulfilling university or government mandates and are just looking to do similarity checking. For those organizations, either Originality Check or Turnitin Similarity are a great way to know that you're comparing student submissions against the largest repository of student papers, internet, and professional content. Turnitin Similarity, as well as Turnitin Originality in the gray area, are optimized to be integrated with a virtual learning environment or LMS, whereas Turnitin Originality Check and those in the white area can be integrated, or they do offer a classroom workflow that can be used directly from Turnitin's website. Turnitin Feedback Studio builds on similarity checking features and provides feedback and grading tools, including grammar checking, flexible grading rubrics, and easy-to-use comments and feedback tools. For institutions that want to go even further and understand and mitigate the risks that come with emerging misconduct trends like contract cheating, Turnitin Feedback Studio with Originality or Turnitin Originality offer advanced tools and dashboards to help administrators engage with their students early. For each of these products, our product philosophy looks at four main use cases and works to provide meaningful solutions. While learning, to support students from first draft to final submission. While teaching, to empower educators with the tools that support learning experiences. While grading, simple solutions that provide assessment with integrity everywhere. And when evaluating, to surface insights that help administrators better prioritize support for students and educators. So as we continue to develop products and services, we're starting to see what is really becoming a comprehensive assessment with integrity platform. Across all of our products, we have areas of capability that surface in multiple places. Assessment with grading and feedback capabilities like we see in Feedback Studio and in GradeScope. Exam security with proctoring and lockdown browsers. Document integrity, which reviews text for similarity and other academic misconduct issues. Our foundation, which is providing a stable and scalable infrastructure, and insights that deliver valuable pieces of information to the right person at the right time. These capabilities are the services that Turnitin's portfolio encompasses, and we're actively working now to enable these services within various products as appropriate. Over time, you'll begin to see this platform emerge through a consistent look and feel across Turnitin products, a seamless and phased integration of services and capabilities that will not disrupt your users or their activities, and then ultimately just being able to achieve our overarching goal of delivering the value that you're looking for by partnering with Turnitin. One of the most important guiding principles as we develop this platform and the individual products and product enhancements on the platform is to continue to meet all of our users where they are and to provide them a tailored experience. There are many types of users that use our products, and each of them are looking to do different things. Whether it's a student who needs help understanding how to properly cite, or an instructor that wants to be able to grade their assignments as quickly as possible, or perhaps an administrator or a creditor that needs to understand the risk of misconduct and achieve learning outcomes. Every user of Turnitin's solution is looking for something slightly unique as they support the educational journey. They're also accessing Turnitin in a variety of ways, through an integration or API, on the web or mobile, or perhaps through a partnership or an add-on. Our products need to provide the same level of support and experience for any access method. So today I want to walk you through some of our recent and upcoming enhancements. For the sake of time and relevance, I'll only focus on a few of them today. We'll take a look at Turnitin Feedback Studio with Originality, Grade Scope, and Authenticate. So before we get into the roadmap slides themselves, I did want to note we do have stages in which we are developing our roadmap. On the right, we have features that are already generally available to all of our customers. Before that, we have features that we're testing and that are in beta with a small group of customers. We have items that are in development now with our product managers and engineers, and then we have items that are next in priority. And those are the things that we're researching now. We're determining how to build them, the impact that they can bring to you, our customers. So as we look at these features in our roadmap, you'll note those indicators on each slide to tell you where it is in availability to you. So let's get started with Turnitin Feedback Studio. As we think about the features that we have released and will be releasing for Turnitin Feedback Studio, we want them to solve problems that you're facing today. So one of those problems is that educators need a more reliable plagiarism detection, particularly as plagiarism and other misconduct issues become more sophisticated. The second is that educators are under pressure to make necessary adaptations and instructional shifts as the world changes, as our environments change. And third, students need more guidance and feedback, especially as their environments change and the shift from remote learning to back to classroom to back to remote. Over the last few months, we do have a few things that have been released that I wanted to highlight. These fall into formative learning opportunities for students, integrity insights for educators, teaching resources for educators, and then our platform uptime and performance. One of the first things I want to highlight is Draft Coach. This provides students with feedback early and often as they're writing in Google Docs. Draft Coach was released last summer, but we have gotten a lot of great feedback from people as they've started to use it as an add-on within Google Docs. It will provide students the opportunity to do similarity checking on their assignment while they're writing it so that they can learn in a low stakes environment and practice their writing skills and integrity skills and get that feedback right away. The next item I want to mention is the flags panel. This was also introduced last year, but I want to mention it here because it's a valuable tool available in all of our integrity products. The flags panel highlights for instructors in a distinct area when students are attempting to circumvent plagiarism checking by manipulating the text of their submission. So it quickly identifies where you're having more serious misconduct issues in each student submission. Brand new to Turnitin Feedback Studio instructors who are using Turnitin through LTI, an integration with learning tools integration, is our new Learning Analytics dashboard. In this report, instructors can easily see progress and engagement with their students to inform their instruction, understand how their students are engaging with the feedback that they're receiving, and knowing the best ways to move forward in providing more tailored information to students. Also available for LTI integrations is an additional flag within the inbox. So in addition to seeing the student's grade, their similarity score, any submission that had any of those flags identified where potential misconduct was happening will be flagged in the inbox so that you can quickly identify which submissions to take a look at in a little more detail. I also want to point out some complementary resources that you can use within your classrooms. We have the Turnitin's Feedback Studio VidBits, which are video best instructional tips. These really highlight specific components of Feedback Studio and help you to understand how to use them effectively within your classroom. We also have the Disrupting Plagiarism course pack, which provides guidance on how to build a culture of academic integrity, how to draft an honor code, and exercises to do along with your students. We also have a really helpful presentation that you can use to introduce Feedback Studio to your students and orient them to academic integrity and how to use Feedback Studio. And then also, finally, some getting started guides for instructors and administrators. The last thing I want to mention in our recent enhancements is just calling out the availability and uptime improvements that we have seen over the past year. We've significantly improved the reliability of our service by achieving 99.9% uptime, which is considered very reliable and on par with software industry giants like Amazon and Google. We achieved this by moving more of our data storage to the cloud, improving our code and processes, and following best-in-class privacy and security policies, which has allowed us to earn a SOC 2 Type 2 certification, which is very difficult to do. So we're very proud of that and hope you have noticed excellent performance in your area. So let's go and take a look at what features are coming. The first, we want to talk about what features are we bringing out to support providing this need to provide better plagiarism checking. So the first one I want to mention is template exclusion. In beta now for our LTI 1.3 integration users, we are developing template exclusion. This allows educators to exclude text in a template, such as information about the assignment, from similarity checking, so it will reduce false positives and provide a more accurate report. This is a feature that we will be bringing to all of our integration and access points over time. Next in priority, one way students try to bypass plagiarism checking is to switch out a few words of the original text with synonyms. In the example here, the student has swapped out quick with fast, brown with hazel, and jumped with leaped. We already identified this type of synonym swapping with high-value internet sites like Wikipedia and our submitted student papers, but we plan to identify synonym swapping with more websites in the future. And finally, we plan to expand our flags panel to cover more types of text manipulations that students use to circumvent plagiarism checking. This will help educators better identify academic misconduct and set students on the right path. One example of text manipulation we plan to explore is manipulating spaces between words to evade plagiarism checking. Our next market challenge we are looking to address is to help educators make adaptations in their instructional shifts in light of the changing landscape. In development now is the ability for instructors to request paper deletions and for admins to delete papers without having to raise a ticket with Turnitin support. This will give more control over the papers from your institution that are stored within Turnitin's databases. And we get this request quite a bit from people and know this is a feature that many people are looking forward to. We also plan to introduce guidance within Feedback Studio to help educators get started faster and better and understand how to use key functionality. This will help new instructors get oriented more quickly and provide real-time tips and updates when you need them. We're also making a lot of developments and enhancements to our integrations. The first one is with Microsoft Teams. We will be developing another Teams integration so that educators can access our feedback and grading tools in addition to our similarity checking. The new integration will also allow educators to see more details about matches with papers from the same institution and more options about submitted student work in our global repository. Canvas is also getting improvements to its LTI 1.3 and LTI Advantage integrations. This enhanced integration will ensure similarity score is shown in the Canvas gradebook in a meaningful way. It will establish a more simplified assignment creation process and provide direct access to Feedback Studio within SpeedGrader. For Blackboard, LTI 1.3 and LTI Advantage, we will also be able to improve grade passback to the Blackboard Grade Center, preventing students from seeing grades prior to the release date in Ultra or the original course view. And D2L's Brightspace, LTI 1.3 and LTI Advantage, will let us set up faster, provide more flexible workflow, and leverage more advanced security to protect student data. And the final theme for Feedback Studio enhancements is to provide more guidance and feedback to students. So last year we introduced Draft Coach for Google Docs, and so we're really excited to have Draft Coach for Microsoft Word on the web in development. This will allow Microsoft Word users the opportunity to get similarity, citation, and grammar checks while drafting their assignment. Draft Coach provides feedback and instruction to help students practice key writing skills in a low-stakes environment. And in response to students' requests, we'll also be adding more in-depth guidance about what to do next with their similarity and citation checking results. The new guidance will help students understand how to fix citation and similarity issues and why original writing and academic integrity are critical for their success in school and beyond. Okay, let's move to Turnitin Feedback Studio with Originalities roadmap. As a reminder, Turnitin Feedback Studio with Originality provides additional insights into emerging forms of misconduct, such as contract cheating. It includes high-level dashboards and very detailed reports to help collect information about student submissions to provide really deep analysis for investigators and other academic integrity officers at your institution who need to go a little bit deeper. So in addition to contract cheating, one of the emerging challenges and with academic misconduct today is the emergence of paraphrasing and artificial intelligence writing bots. These emerging trends are incredibly complex to detect and to provide insight into. So we're working on producing a proof of concept to continue to explore how to identify when paraphrasing and AI writing is present and how to provide that information effectively to instructors and administrators. So keep your eye on this space. It's one we're researching very diligently now and are excited to be able to bring some new features to you in the coming months. So let's take a look at Gradescope and the product roadmap for Gradescope. For those of you who aren't familiar with Gradescope, it is an assessment and feedback platform that uses AI-assisted grading to dramatically speed up the grading process and ensure fair and equitable grading. Dynamic rubrics allow instructors to retroactively change points and make sure the first assignment gets graded with the same treatment as the last. Gradescope's combination of digitization, AI, auto grading, and digital rubrics can cut grading time by up to 80%. Instructors like to call it their rocket fuel for grading. So on new features that are coming out for Gradescope, anonymous grading will help to reduce unintended bias in the grading process and create a more fair and equitable treatment for students by anonymizing any personally identifying student information, such as their name or email address, so that that will not influence the grades that they might receive. Our online assignment is currently in an open beta and utilizes 5 different question types, including file upload. This is currently one of our most popular items within Gradescope, within people who are betaing it, because it allows students to show their work and is easy to adopt as a native online type of assignment. Next is another new assignment type in Gradescope, which is the essay assignment type. This allows for long form writing, such as an essay, and will lets you apply dynamic rubrics to longer text. Also included in that will be an embedded similarity report. So similar to what our Feedback Studio customers enjoy today, being able to get some of that Turnitin integrity into the Gradescope experience. So that's in beta now. Also in development for our Gradescope students is a Gradescope app. This will let students take a photo of their assignment to immediately upload it to Gradescope so that their instructor can grade it. This really makes it much easier to meet students where they are and make it easier for them to go ahead and turn that assignment in with the device that they already have. They don't have to worry about scanning or any other complicated upload method. So Gradescope and Feedback Studio are actually very excellent complements to each other and help to strengthen your assessments across the board. You can assess all disciplines, any type of assignment, upholding integrity throughout all of them, promoting quality feedback in fast, accelerated feedback loops, save massive amounts of time grading, and be able to measure student learning outcomes. So the last product I want to walk us through today is the Authenticate product roadmap. Authenticate, for those of you who are not familiar, is our similarity checking service for professional researchers and authors and for publishers. So over the next few months, Authenticate is getting a refreshed look and feel. We are excited to modernize the interface and the experience and make using Authenticate more intuitive and meet accessibility requirements. There will be more details to come, but in 2022, we also expect to release some new features as well. One of those is the ability to exclude preprints from your similarity matches. Preprints will be available as an exclusion type, allowing you to include or exclude them as you wish. Preprints are a content type of content that has not yet been published, but is available for the academic world to view. Another feature in beta now is the ability to create customized sections to include. Administrators can rely on predefined document sections, such as an abstract or works cited, but they can also create their own custom sections to exclude from the similarity report. This will allow administrators the ability to adapt excluded areas to align with the section names that they use. Both of these enhancements are in beta now, and we believe they'll be very helpful to focus and improve the Authenticate similarity report. So for all of our products, we want your feedback. Being involved in betas, participating in surveys, or even communicating with your account manager helps us to develop the features that are most valuable to you. So if you have any additional questions or you want to go deeper, be sure to reach out to your account manager for more information. You can also attend some of the sessions today and tomorrow that go deeper into these products, provide opportunities for further discussion, more questions. I think there are some lightning sessions as well. So hopefully this was helpful for you today to give you an idea of what's in development for Turnitin. Also, we have a blog post here that's also talking about what's ahead for Turnitin. So if you want to do a little more reading, feel free to go check out that post and see a little bit more about our vision and our future and where we're going. And with that, I'll close today's session on Turnitin's product roadmap. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the summit.